Welcome to the NMAA podcast, the best basketball league in Orlando and the longest running Muslim sports league in America. Based out of sunny Orlando in Florida, featuring weekly game previews, player stats, heated rivalries, and guest stars. Now, your hosts, Waaris Zaheer, the coach, Zaheer, the Don, Dev Lackman. Take it away, fellas.
What's going on, NMAA family? We are back with another edition of the podcast. I'm your host, Waaris Zaheer, and I am joined by Mr. Leg Kick, Front Kick, Anderson Silva, Spider, Obi, Obeda himself. What's up, Obi? How you doing?
What's up, Ak? Assalamu alaikum. I'm doing all right, man. How are you?
Where does Ak come from? I always want to ask this question. Aki, where is the Aki way?
Akhi means brother.
Oh, okay. So it's been shortened to Ak. It's like bro.
Yeah, Ma'ak.
Sorry, bro. From Pakistan. But anyways, that's Bhai. Bhaiya. That's ball knowledge. You don't know about that. Anyways, we got a good podcast for you guys. We got a recap of a fun week of games. I think every single game was decided within. Sorry, I lied. Single digits, though. Every single game was decided by single digits. 3 decided by 4 or less. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. The first game of the week is MIB versus Raptors, and this was a high-scoring one. Raptors pulled the game out 100-98 in overtime. For the Raptors, Sharif Al-Mullah with 31, 9, and 8 assists with 2 blocks. Darius Donaldson, 21, 8, and 5, and I believe he got ejected with like 4 minutes left in the third quarter. So there was a lot of time left when he got ejected. He could have gotten 35, 40. Chris Ross with 27, 3, and 2. Zayd with a huge 19, 4 threes. JP with 12 boards. Derek had 3 threes as well. MIB, D'Angelo, welcome to NMAA this season. 34 points, 14 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, and a block. Tristan, one of my favorite players in the league, 29, 8, and 3. Ishmael with a nice little 18, 3 rebounds. Yours truly with a near triple-double, 10 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, a block, and a steal. Hare with 13 rebounds and 5 assists as well. Hare was all over the glass. But, man, story of this game honestly was we went up in the first quarter. Then the Raptors made a run. And I remember the first quarter, I was like, oh, wow, 27-24, something like that. And I was like, okay, it's going to be one of those where everyone's hitting, right? Sharif came out, and Sharif was missing in the first quarter. And I was telling them, I believe Sharif probably had 4 points in the first quarter. And I told them, I said, guys, I know he's missing. We are leaving him open. We cannot do that. We did it anyway. And then he got hot in the second quarter, started splashing some threes. We had to adjust our defense, kind of shade towards him a little bit. That opened things up for guys in the middle, Chris Ross, Darius Donaldson. They started hitting. Then they were up about 12, and we started chipping away slowly. In the third quarter, we were down 3. And I'll say as bluntly as possible, Darius drove. I slapped the fire out of his face. I slapped him so hard, right? I think he got a scratch on his face, and like my whole have you you play Street Fighter, Obi?
Way back, right? You remember E Honda, the Japanese sumo wrestler? Yeah.
You remember his move? He used to do the.
You were spamming that? You were spamming out on the court?
Bro, there's a picture. I'm going to pull the picture up. There's a picture of me. My palm is straight in his face.
No call.
Slapped him. He lost the ball, obviously. I'm apologizing. I look around and I realize the ref didn't call anything. It's out on them, our ball. And obviously, Darius is losing his mind. He said, how can you not call that? Right? Now, I will say he escalated it a little bit further than I would have. But it was a clear foul in his defense. I will say Jonesy and Jeff did not have a good game. Okay? That's the lightest way I can put it. Later on in the game, there was a ball that clearly hit the top and it bounced a weird way, and then they got the rebound because of that. And we're all screaming like, whoa, 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 that's the only reason they got it. And they're just like looking around, just like confused. There was like a couple of non-calls on D'Angelo in the paint. I was like, what do you got? I'm like, bro, what are we doing? So anyways, I think it kind of balanced out. Darius got ejected. We're down 3. We end up tying the game with the 3 free throws. And then in the fourth quarter, I believe 70-70. And we're just trading buckets. And I'll say a big shout out. I think probably his best game in NMAA to date. Zaid Mujib, bro. This dude caught fire. He subbed in for Darius after Darius, got ejected. And I think he hit 4 threes, and he had 15 points in the last 14 minutes of game time. And he kept, because I felt like we were taking the game away a little bit after Darius got ejected. I hit a 3. We came back, hit another bucket, and then we had a leak out. And I think we were up like 6 or 7.
You guys went up. You guys went up for a little bit, and I was like, oh, this is a turn of events. Like, you guys are about to seal this.
Right.
And yeah, man. Zaid started hitting.
Zaid came in, hit a 3. Then we were trying to there was some bad defensive breakdowns, and a few times where like nobody got back on transition either. Yeah. And that transition was mainly because we were so gung-ho and trying to get the ball, and we were crashing too hard. And at the same time, we had 6 guys, right? So we were tiring out. I believe our fourth quarter lineup played the whole fourth and overtime. But in the fourth quarter, we had a chance to seal it. Man, my guy Ishmael, shout out my guy. But we're up 3 with, I believe, a minute and some change left. And I make a great move, ball fake Sharif, drive through the lane, fake like I'm about to lay it up, and drop it off Magic Johnson, to Ish, who's wide open for a layup. Straight hookah lounge, smokes it, right? And I sent him the clip after. I said, bro, you're selling me. And then I sent a screenshot of my stats, which was 10, 10, and 8. I said, bro, if I had 9 assists on this stat sheet, we would be fighting. I promise you. But smokes it. They hit a shot going the other way, so now it's a 4-point swing, and I'm like, oh my God. Then we're up 1. D'Angelo hits 1 or 2 free throws. They go on the other side. They tie the game. They're so confused that they thought they were still down. So they're trying to foul. Yep. We're passing it, and we're like,
hey, not for nothing. Like, there was like 9 seconds on the clock that lasted like 7 minutes.
Yes. So, yeah, because of the overtime. Yeah. So we throw it at Hair. They foul Hair. And then I could see Sharif's face where he goes, oh, the game's tied. And he tried to play it off. He's like, yeah, we want him to shoot. I'm like, no. You thought you were losing, right? Because it was like 25 seconds left. So I'm like, Hair. I walked over here. I said, just need 1. We just need 1. And Hair had just hit a 3 earlier in the game. So I said, all right, Hair's hit a jumper today. Like, he can. Both of them did the exact same thing. Back rim, miss. Back rim, miss. They get the ball. They call timeout. Sharif, I believe, hits a tough bucket where I thought he traveled. Looking at the video, it was kind of a step through, which I'm not used to. Honestly, the step through, I hate the step through. Anyways, we can talk about that another time. Step through layup. We get the ball, 9 seconds left. We call a play for D'Angelo. They have 3 guys guarding D'Angelo. And I said, wait, how is this possible? I said, okay, the guy that's inbounding, his guy, and then the opposite corner guy and they made a freaking triangle around him, and he was and I'm trying to set him a screen. I said, which guy do I set him a screen on? Anyways, Tristan gets free. Tristan dribbles it down to the rack, takes the bump. I thought it was a foul and 1. Gets bumped, throws it up off the glass and in. 1 second left. They have no timeouts. They chuck a half-court shot. Doesn't go in. Right? Overtime. Okay, fine. Then they scored 2 quick buckets. They have 4 points. Right? So it's first to 5, as we know. We get a quick bucket. Then we get a steal by Ishmael, and it's a 2-on-1. And I don't know if he didn't hear, but everyone is screaming, 3, shoot the 3, shoot the 3, because the 3 wins the game, right? It's not won by 2. You make a 3, you win the game. And we're like, shoot the 3, shoot the 3, shoot the 3. And he lays it, and he goes and lays it up. And then afterwards, he's like looking a little confused. I'm like, bro, we did a 3. And he's like, in what situation am I not supposed to take a layup on a fast break? I said, this is the only situation that makes sense where we might not get another possession. Anyway, and that's exactly what happens. They call timeout. They have a play set for Sharif where he gets 4 screens. 4 screens. I've never seen it before. He gets a screen, the screener gets screened, the other screener gets screened, and then he runs through me, and then we all contest. And he puts up an 18-footer. And when Sharif rises up, he's all a 6'3", 6'4". Rises up, buckets, GG's, 198.
That's all she wrote, butter. Game over.
Fantastic game. It was a lot of fun to play. And it sucks. Usually when you lose those heartbreaking ones, it's like, dang, man. We're so close, and we were so close. Honestly, we had a bunch of opportunities. Hare makes 1 free throw. Ismail doesn't smoke that layup.
There was also like 1 or 2 possessions late in the fourth that I can remember that like you guys were in control and then didn't even need to go score. Y'all could have just swung the ball, moved around, and you guys took a couple ill-advised shots, in my opinion, that ultimately I feel cost you guys the game.
No, 100%. My thing was the offense was flowing, and even those looks were good looks, in my opinion. There was no forced shots, right? And I've always been a big proponent of go win the game, and obviously hindsight is 20/20, right? But
hey, man, you have 2 with 47 seconds. I'm not forcing a shot. You better.
No, 100%. I don't think that was the. It was only layup or get fouled. We got the layup. Didn't go in. But regardless, fun game, fun matchup. I think the Raptors get their second win. We're still not off the snide yet, but I'm confident with how we looked with 6 guys. Now we added Chris Hamil, who is going to add to that lineup that we had last week. So that makes me feel a lot better about our offense, our spacing, and our cohesiveness as a team as a whole. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see what's going to happen next. Anyways, 12 minutes on one game. Get over yourself, Waaris. Next game, Commissars versus Nars. The shocker of the season. There's no way there's going to be one. And I'll tell you why. It's 1 versus 2, right? You don't think it's crazy? Nars pulls the game out. Look at their lineup. No Ish, no Austin Pack. So the second pick overall is not there. Their second round pick is not there. And they win 71-70 with Amin scoring only 10 points. Their third rounder. Or Allende is their third rounder, I should. So their third and fourth rounders combined for 30. Allende with 20, 13, 5, and 3 blocks. Andre Lloyd, we can talk about that in the coach's chat. 18 and 13 with 3 steals and 3 assists. Ozzy still says a fair replacement. We'll see. Amin with 10 points. Christian Scholes with 8. Tron with 8. Emma Chahab with 7, 4, 2 assists, and a steal. Shout out my guy. For the Commissars, James Nicholson L with 23, 8, and 3. Aaron Mitchell, 23, 11, and 3. And then not much to speak about after that. So from what I was told about this game, from Sid and from Amir, who were the coaches of the two teams, Commissars could not buy a basket. And they kept getting good looks, and they just kept missing. Is that correct, Obi?
Yeah, I was super surprised when I saw the score of this game. And again, like you already mentioned, Nars not having Ish or Austin, and we're like in control seemingly the entire game. I know the game was decided by 1 point, but like Nars was up by a substantial amount. I can't recall exact counts. They were up and in control for, really a good majority of the game, if not the entire first half. And Commissars kind of rallied back in eventually did start hitting. But, you know, when you look at the box scores, you got Manny, who went for 20 plus in other games. You got AP, who's going for 20 plus in other games. Those guys combined for 12, you know. So, you know, again, still a solid team. You know what I mean? They obviously it wasn't their day at the end of the day. That's it.
And that'll happen. That happens a lot. Or not a lot.
Sometimes you need a gut check. Sometimes you need a wake up call. Better now than first round of playoffs.
That's true. So I think that they've definitely had that wake up call after that game, and they lost their first game. That one, if you had told me beforehand, no Ish, no Austin, I said, oh, Commissar's by.
Yeah, nobody's making 40. That.
You know what I mean? But the fact that not only did they not win, they lost to that team is mind blowing. But real quick, I got something to show you real quick. Ready? For all my YouTube viewers, this is, according to the refs that weekend, great defense. This was not called. This was Darius' last play. You know what I'm talking about, E Honda?
Crazy.
Anyways, I just needed to show you because I'm like, I don't know if you've seen this, but let's move on.
Don't show me. Show Jeff on Sunday.
That's okay. It went my way, so I'm not going to show him.
That's fair.
Amani versus Malik, the next game of the week. Malik wins the game 77-68. For Amani, Rogelio with 32, 3, 4, and 2 steals. Darius Venegas with 16 and 3. Debo with 11 and 10. Cedric with a 5.55. For Malik, Weezy with 22, 3, and 4 steals. Marcus with 18. Thodic with 13. Hani with 13. 26 rebounds.
Crazy.
8 assists, and 2 steals. The box score kind of tells it all, to be honest with you. Without their second round pick again this week, and now they got Mike Nichols replacing Heron. And Heron, we're thinking about you, man. Hopefully you get better soon. I know he got that injury. I'm not sure how serious it was, and I don't know if you want to disclose it anyway. So praying for you, bro. Hopefully you come back, speedy recovery. NMAA veteran, so praying for you, my boy. But Mike Nichols coming to Amani next week. I think without him, this lineup, Malik is a good team. You know what I mean? Like I'm not going to sugarcoat it at all. Malik with Hani patrolling the paint, 26 rebounds, 8 assists. He kind of says the whole story. They had 4 guys in double figures, and they kind of coasted to the victory, honestly. I know you played at the same time as this, but I believe Malik at after the third quarter, they were up 7 and then just kind of coasted to victory. I think it was a tied game at halftime, and it was all she wrote kind of after that the run that Malik made. But I'm excited to see what they look like with Mike Nichols. What is your opinion when they get Mike going?
Man, I like Mike, man.
I'm a big fan of Mike as well.
I like his game. Like Mike's a dog. Like he just that old school mentality. Like he ain't backing down for nobody. You know, solid shot, solid handle, great defender. You know, I definitely think it's a solid piece for Amani, and you know they've definitely been missing Heron for the games that they haven't had him, which is pretty much been almost every game after the first one, because he went down maybe in the second quarter of the second game, I want to say. So yeah, you know, wish the team the best, but you know, generally speaking, anytime there's a trade, anytime there's a new player, replacement, whatever, there's always a little bit of acclimation time that tends to happen. So hopefully those guys can get acclimated, you know, quickly. Again, there's guys on that team that have played with Mike before, so hopefully they're able to get that together and roll with it. So trying to pull the game sheet up based on what you were just saying.
Yeah.
Got it here on my other screen.
You got it. I'll pull up the next game for us. That's your game. Al Nasser versus Goldenrod. and Al Nasser wins 64-60. Hotly contested matchup for Goldenrod. AK with 20 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists, and a block. Zohib with 13, 7, and 4 steals. Patrick Sturgeon with 11, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 blocks, and 2 steals. Tim with 8 and 7. Hamza with 6 points. Ramsey with a 2. Come on, Ramsey. Noodle, 18, 12 assists, 8 rebounds, 2 rebounds short of a triple-double. Alex Ford with 15, 6 and 6. Omar Othman with 14, 7. And Arib with 13 and 9. Obi, I want to get you 3 boards and a steal. All right.
I didn't do anything.
Shout out to Obi.
I played well on Friday. We're not going to recap Friday's games because Waaris wanted to take 13 minutes on his playback of.
We got time for this game. Obi with the coaching move of the season so far, where he saw the offense was not really working. They were clogging up the paint. Obi said, I'm going to sub out for Nick Tuhi. And Ozzy said, what? All right. Okay. He's like, yeah, spacing-wise, Ozzy, we got to get it right. First possession. Nick comes in, pump fake, side dribble, hits the 3. Net. Cash. Obi stares at Ozzy. Said, never disrespect me again in your life. And it's like, yo, you subbed yourself out and you talking, but you guys got a little high five there. Anyways, talk about this game for me, Obi.
Yeah, Pat was coming off a 30-point game on Friday, and Tim with a 28-point game on Friday. And they have AK, like they have pieces, right? They're a solid team. Zobi's defense and Energizer Bunny, Zobi killed us. Just his offensive rebounds and additional possessions as a guard at that was really
his impact is it doesn't show as much as that stat sheet. It doesn't reflect on the stat sheet.
Not at all. Again, we were cued in on. We got to slow Pat up. Like Pat, really the mindset was like we got to keep Pat in single digits. Because the game Tim had, on Friday, and again when AK gets hot, he don't stop once he gets hot. So stifle AK again, slow down Tim, slow down Pat, and force everybody else to go step up and play better. Honestly, like we started the game, we scored first, and then they went on like an 18-0 run.
I heard about this. I heard Zoe went crazy in the first quarter.
We went down big early in the first quarter. Switched some things up, called a timeout, managed to turn it around and, close the gap a little bit going into the second. And then, into the second quarter and beyond, it was, there was a little bit of ups, a little bit of downs. And then, again, we pulled it out in the end. Definitely some sloppy plays, on both sides, both teams. And ultimately, when you're battling from a defensive perspective, sometimes it gets a little bit sloppier that way.
Right.
We were able to just keep our heads and make the right switches, get the right buckets, and seal the deal.
Timely buckets. I will say, that fourth quarter was fun to watch. I did the video for you guys. And at one point, the Goldenrod was up 3 and they had the ball, and AK had started to get hot a little bit. AK went on this little 8-2 run by himself, hit 2 threes. I had a layup.
Then he didn't touch the ball again for
did not touch the ball again for 4 or 5 possessions. And not to call out any specifically here, but just the possessions that I saw after that. It was Tim shot a step back 3. Zohib shot a 3. Patrick shot a 3. Patrick tried to up and under that he didn't make. Ramsey shot a midi. And AK had just got 8 straight points. And they went from being up 3 to being down 5 in that stretch. I think that was a pivotal part of the game. But I do want to shout out on the other side of the ball. Arib had a great fourth quarter, and he had that closing moniker that we kind of gave it to him a couple seasons ago when he was an MVP candidate, where he lost MVP by 1 vote. That fourth quarter, something clicks for Arib all the time. I think he finished with 13. I think he scored 8 points in that fourth quarter, and he saw, hey, my shot's not falling. I'm going to figure it out in other ways. And he had 2 tough buckets in a row. Then there was a ball that was going to go off a Noodle. He went and saved it. As he saved it to Noodle under the basket, which was an assist. And it was technically Noodle made the layup. It was all Arib there. And he got another layup kind of in a transition situation. So I was like, damn, Arib really did take control of the offense. Because honestly, Alex's shot wasn't falling. Nobody's shot was falling, right? Nick came in, hit that 3. I think that tied the game or gave you guys the lead. I forget which, but that was huge. Turned the momentum around for you guys. And honestly, your defense, and I want to give a shout out to you guys specifically here. Your guys' team defense is so cohesive and so like locked in on the objective, like how you guys said, hey, we got to lock Patrick up. Like you could see that was a point of emphasis. You know what I mean? A lot of teams game plan, like every team game plans to some extent, right? Either they're in the group chat, they're sending videos, they're sending text messages, or it's right before the game starts, or it's during the game. But a lot of teams aren't on the same page as you guys, and that's kind of the continuity from last season going into this season and getting guys that are not going to mess with that chemistry in Noodle and Arib. So that defense has looked really, really good so far. Now, at the same time, the schedule hasn't been too tough, right? But that's when we're going to see, and I say that because you guys played us too. I don't want to be
we got you
guys got a gauntlet coming up. You guys have got a gauntlet coming up. I'm excited to see how it matches up against some of these other teams, and to see if you guys can keep retaining that number 1 defense spot. I have no doubt that it's going to be top 2 or top 3, but it's been and I'll look at the actual numbers here. I think
like just for perspective, man, like Goldenrod was coming into this game averaging 89 points a game,
something like that.
Something
like that. Yeah, I mean, you guys have the number 1 defense by a wide margin. 241 points allowed. The next lowest is 278, which is insane. 241 in 4 games. That's 60 points a game. Nuts. All right. Well, let's see. I'm excited to see how the rest of the season shakes out. And, we'll get to pick it here, actually. So let's get to the picks.
You're listening to the NMAA podcast. Your favorite podcast is here.
Boys, we have the ever popular pick segment, which we have kept track of. Actually, let me pull that sheet up, Obi, while you're here. Talk about this game. I cannot pick it. MIB versus Goldenrod. I'm excited to see this matchup and what your thoughts are on the matchup. I'm feeling much better about my team personally after this last
game. Yeah, for sure. After the trade and the addition of Chris Emile to your squad, you guys are you definitely have the pieces. The only thing in question is whether or not you guys can actually put those pieces together to fit into the puzzle that you guys are trying to put together, which is a W at this point. So, same thing I just said. Slow down Pat, slow down AK, contain Tim. You guys have the pieces to be able to do that. However, your team is, you tend to put together those run and gun type, hey, we're going to put up 80 to 100, points a game. Goldenrod can do that as well. So I could see this going one of two ways. Battle, similar to, our game when we played them this past Sunday, or let's see who can get the most points on the board. It might go one way or another. If I had to pick this game, like the reality is, yeah, you mentioned, D'Angelo's back 34, but we know D'Angelo can go for 40, 45. Now you got Chris in the corner as a bailout off of the penetration drive, boom, kick. And, I think I'm going to go MIB by 3 in this game.
Ooh, okay. I like that. Yeah, no, I like our lineup now, especially spacing-wise. Yeah, it puts a little bit more burden on D'Angelo. But to be honest, he had a huge burden to begin with how the draft, with the draft rules and everything. But D'Angelo, myself, Tristan, Chris, Ishmael, that's a decent amount of firepower, especially spacing wise, that we can.
The only caveat to all of that is maybe I'll hold it. I'm not trying to give any. I'm not trying to have any game plan type discussion on the pod.
Okay, all right.
I'll keep it quiet.
You can.
I'm not trying to help either one of the teams.
I got you. All right. No, I'm excited. I think this is a fun matchup. Obviously, me, Ramsey, Hamza, Al-Sayed, who I think he's hurt. I don't know if he's playing the rest of the season, but we're all boys too. So there's some personal stuff on the line. But for me,
you and Ramsey always get chippy.
Yeah, that's my dog though. For me, I think this season we're 0-0. To me, this is when the season starts. We have 3 games left, and we need to show what we need to show. It's a different season. There's no play-in. There's no you missed the playoffs if you don't. No, you got to figure it out on the fly. The regular season, obviously, at this point for us, is not more about seeding. It's more about making sure we're cohesive as a unit to make that run and win 3 games. Right. So this is step 1 of that. I'm excited to see what that looks like. And that's all. So the next game we have is Amani versus Nars. And new look Amani with Rowe, Darius, Debo, and now Mike Nichols versus the Nars team, who just came off one of the biggest wins. Might honestly end up winning Nars the 1 seed if they can figure it out the rest of the season. But Ish, Amin, Allende, Andre, Austin, solid lineup. I realize they have 4 A's in their lineup. Quadruple A battery. But I'll pick this game since you picked that last one first. I think, honestly, the biggest thing is, for me, the X factor is going to be that Debo versus Allende matchup. And Allende has had a pretty fantastic season so far. I think he's done a lot better than people were expecting, and his draft value for next year, if he's allowed in, will definitely skyrocket compared to where he went this season. But with that being said, what is the answer for Ish? I honestly think Rowe and Ish kind of are similar type players. I know Rowe hasn't gotten it completely going yet to the point of dominating a game completely, but he's more than capable. And now with Mike Nichols as that second-hand man, if Mike can come in and give you 18, that whole team looks different. And I think he's more than capable of giving 18, if not 22, 24. So,
hey, don't forget, Rowe had like a 45-point game in pro.
He did. I honestly think, man, the size thing for Nars and Amin being the X factor, Amin can go off for 30 at any point.
Hey, but here's the craziest part, right? You speak about Allende. They also have Tron. They've got a big backcourt. Amin's not small.
No.
Amani averages more rebounds than Nars does. If I told you that, if I said that, would you?
I would be shocked by that.
Gate?
I would be shocked by that.
No, they average 4, almost 5 more rebounds a game.
No, I'm saying you're telling me, and I see it on my screen, and I'm still shocked by that. It's just Nars seems like a more nitty gritty. We're gonna go get the ball type of team. So, I think I think I still got Nars in this matchup. I'm going to pick them by a hair. I'm going to pick them by 4 points. I think it's going to be closer than people think, and I think Mike Nichols is going to immediately come in and make an impact. And I think they're going to miss. I think they're going to miss Sid this game. I think I like Andre a lot. By the way, I'm a big fan of Andre Lloyd. He's a good player. He gets a bad rap for being kind of like this turnover prone, low IQ guy. He's turnover prone, but he's not low IQ. So he'll know, he knows it. And the funniest thing is I have a great Andre story.
Hey, Andre, man, he said it, not me, brother.
That's my dog, bro. He knows that too. I have a great Andre story. When I had him in pro, I used to tell him, he was like, man, I want to play more. I want to start. I want to yada, yada, yada. I said, if you don't make a mistake and you're playing well, I'm not going to sub you out. And he'd be like, all right, I got you. Bet. Fourth quarter, there's some switch in his head. There's something like this stupid meter comes on where he has one or two plays where it's like, what was that? Right? And he'll dribble off his foot. He'll throw it to the other team. Like, he'll do something crazy where it's like, bro, what are you doing? And what's funny is at one point he did it, and I called for a sub for him. And before I even called for the sub, he started coming towards the bench. So I'm like, all right, I respect Andre. He's self-aware. He knows that, okay, I screwed up. Like, I know I messed up. I'm about to get subbed out this game. Clee and Ryan Ack is about to go nuts. All right, I got it. It's all, you know what I mean? But I think that they're going to miss Sid this game because you kind of need to space out Amani and kind of make them pay. So we'll see. Obi, who you got in this matchup?
Hey, I have to agree with you on this one. I do believe there's going to be some back and forth. But just because, again, this Amani squad hasn't played together just yet, going up against, again, arguably the number one team in the league at this point, I gotta stick it out with Nars. In similar scoring range, I would say maybe somewhere between 3 and 7.
All right, I like that. All right, so we're both on Nars. Next matchup, we have Raptors versus the Commissars. And Raptors, obviously, 100-point victory last week. They looked a little bit more cohesive on offense. They did not look cohesive on defense. As somebody that was playing against them, they're very, very, very vulnerable in the paint. And the Commissars lineup, let's say they start Raheel, right? So they have...
Timeout.
What's up? What's up?
Never mind. Carry on.
Okay. Let's say they start Raheel, right? James, Bird, AP, Raheel, Amir. The shortest player is who? AP? 6'2"? 6'3"? AP. They have size. And they might kill the Raptors inside more than most. Look at the last couple of games the Raptors have played. Hare, 13 rebounds. I had 10 rebounds. D'Angelo had 14 rebounds. Freaking Patrick just had 30 and 15 the game before on them, right? If we look at Patrick's game sheet, he has 10 points, 7 points, 9 points, 32 points. What team was that against? You know what I mean? The Raptors have to figure it out on defense and rebounding for sure. I think this might be one of those games where James gets 10 boards, AP gets 10 boards, Bird gets 8 boards. They all score in double digits, and they win 97-82. Right? And it doesn't even feel that close. I'm going to pick the Commissars. I'm going to pick them by 10, and I'm going to pick them with also a caveat. I think Sharif scores 35 plus, and they still lose by double digits.
Dang.
That's my hot take. All right.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
I'm excited to see the actual matchup. Hopefully they prove me wrong.
Yeah. I'm not going to go against what you just said. I'm going to have to go with the Commissars on this one as well. This normally doesn't happen. Usually me and Waters are like
no, we're usually disagreeing.
Very seldom do we actually align. But I'm going to go with the Commissars on this one. But I actually feel that the Raptors will have a lead. Maybe not for the majority of this game, but I could see them taking a lead maybe late into the second or early into the third. And that wakes the Commissars back up, and they come back with a vengeance.
I will say this. If the Commissars play like they did last week, they're going to get their doors blown off by the Raptors. They cannot play like that.
Look, at the end of the day, don't settle for shots. Like, Waters already gave y'all the recipe. Like, bang the paint. Now again, the Raptors did get JP, so he's a bigger body.
JP was there last week.
Fair. But again, bigger body, if they can figure out really just playing a solid zone.
JP. I love JP as a player. Who is he guarding on the court?
One-on-one?
Who is he guarding? Are they playing a man? Or they're playing zone? Or he's in the middle of the zone?
I don't think they can play man.
So he's in the middle of the zone is what you're saying.
The Commissars is arguably one of the most difficult teams in the league.
You can't play man against them. Right. But then JP, you're saying JP is manning the 2-3 in the middle.
Or Sharif in the middle.
Love you, Sharif. You know I love you with all my heart, Sharif. There is no chance in hell that he is stopping anybody from scoring anything in the middle of the 2-3. Sharif knows where he makes his money. You know what I mean? He can't, his larynx, everything in the esophagus, gotta make sure is humming, singing. He's taking business decisions when people come to the paint. And if I had those checks being written to me, I would make those same business decisions as well. If they play 2-3 with Sharif in the middle or with JP in the middle, all due respect, man. These guys on the other side, this is not Waaris and Hare. This is James, Bird, AP. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like the only thing that can really screw it up is if they really try to get Raheel way too involved, which I don't think they're going to do because they're a smart team. Even Manny's playing great this season. I just don't see how the Raptors can win this game.
And you know what? But you just gave them all the ammunition. They coming out to prove you wrong, my brother.
Hey, I gave you all the ammo. If you don't got a gun, it doesn't do nothing, bro.
And with all that being said, I still got Commissars as my pick,
me too.
But not as big of a margin. I'm not going double digits. I could see Commissars by 6 on this one.
6. We'll see. Listen, maybe my feelings hurt because Sharif hit a game winner on me overtime. It was kind of in my face, dude.
Yeah, you're salty.
Maybe. Next game, we have Al Nasser versus Malik. Obviously, Obi, you cannot pick this game, but I will let you talk about it a little bit before I pick it. What are you thinking about this matchup?
Yeah. Again, we've got our work cut out for us moving forward. For the remainder of the season. But again, that normal season is really, like, as you already mentioned, that's the tune-up for the playoffs, because that's really all that matters is the playoffs. Obviously, your position going into the playoffs is important as well, but getting the team together, working out all the small details, and again, all of the mistakes, if you will, that we've had to really just try to dial in over the last couple games.
Right.
Continue to work on those things and just execute on the floor. But looking forward to it. The majority of their team, I've known a lot of these guys for a long, long time. It's likely to get chippy at various points during the game. Those of you guys who know. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
All right, so you're saying the unsaid. I'll say you're not saying the unsaid. I'll say the unsaid. All right. Obi and Hani have had beef for 20 years. All right. It's an understated, non-real beef, right? But For some reason, and there's a couple people when Hani sees them, his Arab eyes turn red, and he can't handle it. Obi is one of those people. For some reason, Obi, he really is a little gnat sometimes. He gets under your skin, and you're just like, dude, can you shut up and leave me alone? So I understand where Hani's coming from, but it's real. All right. With that being said, that is not the biggest storyline for me this game. The biggest storyline for me this game is you guys have been suffocating teams by playing that zone in a very, very cohesive and attacking way. That's what I like about your guys' zone. You don't sit in that zone. You attack with a zone. Usually you think of attacking defense. You think man-to-man. You think a 1-3-1. Yada, yada. But in a 2-3, and sometimes you play that 3-2, if I'm not mistaken. But in that 2-3, with those two top guys attacking the ball handlers and the other three filling in the gaps whenever there is one, it's hard to kind of get that ball rolling and get that ball moving in the proper way. But I will say, Malik's defense, because of Hani, is so hard to score on, and you have to hit shots. You have got to hit shots. And the way you guys shot last week would not cut it. Arib has to come out, and I need Arib to hit 4 or 5 threes. I need Obi, you need to hit a couple middies where Hani's going to leave you. You know he is, because he thinks he's going to be like, this dude is sorry.
I am the most dominant player.
And he's going to let you shoot the little short corner shots. You got to hit a couple of those. Nick, I need more than 1 3, Nick. I know it was very timely. I need more than 1. Noodle, I need a 1 or 2. Alex, I need a couple as well. So if you guys can hit and make them kind of scramble on defense and get the ball moving more and get to that 70 to 75 point threshold, I don't think you're going to keep this team to 60 points or whatever you've been averaging on defense, which is impressive. They just got a little too much firepower. Now at the same time, they looked amazing without Wasim last week. Now, I'm not saying it's Wasim's fault. He just wasn't there. And sometimes you have too many mouths to feed. Am I correct on that?
That's a fair statement.
And sometimes when you have too many mouths to feed, the hungry people will start snatching at the plate, right? So what you need to do is stay cohesive for Malik. Do not do stupid turnovers. Those Hani passes where he shoots a hook shot from full court, but there's nobody leaking out. You know what I mean? It's like, wait, why is he doing that? With that being said, I have Malik in an extremely, extremely close matchup. I think Al Nasser does hit shots. It's back and forth. I'm taking video. I call dibs because I'm excited for this matchup. And I have Malik winning 71-70 in overtime, with a Marcus Ford 3-pointer from the corner to end the game. That's my prediction.
Hey, and I just want to say, man, I love Hani, by the way.
No, I think he loves you too, but
there definitely is a rivalry. The crazy thing is like our beef wasn't like a league beef. Like, we used to just like fight each other in pickup games and stuff back when, we were younger, essentially, because I'm not going back down from anybody, and Hani likes to talk, so we would talk and it would get physical. But I love that dude. We won the championship together, and then we almost lost in the finals because Hani decided to go on vacation for the finals one season. But I got to get him back for missing that final.
Hani plans his vacation with he sees the playoff dates and he goes, "Yep, travel agent, lock in these dates, these exact dates. I need to be in Egypt." So I don't know what it is, but again, those are all the games for this weekend. I'm excited for this slate of games, and I'm excited to see all the people again out on the floor. And if you listen to podcasts, you watch the podcast, come holler at me, man. Come give me a what's up. Come give me a dap. I always love that. I love seeing the listeners. I was gonna say the fans, the listeners. It sounds so condescending. It's just y'all, my boys. You know what I mean? So I don't want to. I'm not trying to lowbrow anybody, but I really do enjoy it when you guys are like, "Yo, man, I love the pod this week." Most of the people are like, "Yo, what the hell are you saying on?" All right, I get it. But
hey, before we close the show, because I know you're gonna wrap things up, I'm gonna pose a quick question at you.
Yeah.
So the standings as they are right now, and based on your power ranking segment that you guys did 2 weeks ago, whenever that was, I think that was you and El Shadi. But what teams where they've moved have surprised you the most based on your initial power rankings?
So we can go look at it. Honestly, my power rankings have been pretty accurate. I had Raptors pretty high, and I had NARS kind of at a C plus, B minus. So those two teams, I think, flipped. I had you guys at a B, and you guys are outperforming that B so far. I'm excited to see what the rest of the season looks like for you guys at the 3-1. But yeah, for me,
you had said us, Goldenrod, and I want to say NARS were the middle teams. You said
no. I said you, Goldenrod, and I believe Amani were the middle teams.
Got it. So
and then
NARS, Commissars, and Malik were the top three, and then everybody else on the bottom.
Honestly, I would put, like, as of today, I'd probably put you guys in that top tier with those other three teams, but I'd still have those three teams in that top. I just have you guys joining them there as of now. Now let's see what it looks like on Sunday. And maybe I'm like, no, they were the middle tier, right? But if you look at your schedule, you play the bottom four teams, and now you're going to play the top four teams. Well, you are one of the top four teams. So you're going to play the top three teams. So if you guys can win two of these games, or even if you lose all three, hypothetically, if they're all close matchups and, like, you know, it's not like okay, this team's clearly better, then it's like, okay, yeah, you're clearly in that top tier, you know? So I think it all depends on the rest of these final couple of games.
All right, last one, and we close the show. Team most likely to upset from the bottom three.
I'll refrain from saying my team, even though I do truly feel like that. I honestly think this Amani team, after Mike Nichols, I think Rowe could just go nuts in a game, right? And if he just goes crazy and they win 85-82, not playing much defense and still win, I think they could definitely upset a team. The same goes for, I think, our team, because we have D'Angelo. And now Chris.
I feel this season going into playoffs, like,
it's still
it's going to be very interesting.
Season has felt so short because we keep having those freaking double weekends, bro.
Yeah. Hey, when's the trade deadline too?
I think after this week.
So next week, prior to the following game?
I believe so. Yeah.
All right. Let's see if any other moves are made.
Maybe. We'll see. You got anything in mind?
Me?
You trying to make?
I don't know. Ozzy keeps talking about trading me. Who knows?
Come on, man. The first jersey, I got you. MIB. You seen the new jerseys, right?
Yeah, they all right.
They all right is crazy. They are fire.
I liked your Al Cobb jerseys though.
I do like the God ones are nice too.
But then Commissar's got that light blue too, so like
Jack,
it's different, but there's a little bit of a clash in there.
Nah, I'd say it definitely clashes. Then nobody has like a green, and we got the pinstripes. This is a little alien. This is an alien silhouette.
Nah, I for sure like them better than any of the other MIB jerseys that you've had.
Wow, that's a shot. You didn't like the lightning strike with the no? You didn't care for that?
And I played for MIB multiple times, way back.
No, facts. I still got that
team
jersey.
then, but hey.
It wasn't my team then.
Yeah.
It was Ozzy's team. I named the team though. Did you know that?
Hey.
Yeah. So that's why I kept the name. Ozzy's like, yo, we're gonna be. I'm like, no, that's my name. I took that name. So, anyways, shout out to everybody, the listeners. Yeah, come say what's up. Obi, thank you for joining me. All listeners, thank you for listening. Everybody be happy. Everybody be healthy. We'll be back with you next week. Peace out, guys.
My element.
We are NMAA. Basketball, Dean, Brotherhood.
We've got former college D1 athletes, former international players, competition at all levels. Come on, man, it's what we do best.
It's game time, grab your crew cause I got mine. Cause my 5, we gon' shut her down like prime time. We always ready, staying steady on these front lines. Lights, camera, action, and we live, call it showtime. This labor of love, we call it grind and dedication. Blood, sweat, and tears for years, call it determination. Don't get it mistaken with people hating on your greatness. We just patiently waiting to make a slam dunk statement. So turn the station to NMAA podcast. Got the commission dawn going full blast. So when they ask who's the greatest in the state, well, we shaking bacon and breaking ankles and soul weight. I'm too clean and precise with my jump shot. Celebrate with my bow and arrow, call it guns hot. Locked and loaded with my bag and my whole squad. Always rolling deep with my team, praising one God. Alhamdulillah.
Did you give it all you got? Did you give it 110%? Any team's capable of holding that championship trophy. Just depends how bad you want it.
I'm ruthless, I'm competitive. My drive's on fire, I'm so tentative. I dominate, call me executive. I'm a champion.
Let's go!
In the race of life, quitters never reach the finish line. I'ma get what's mine, gonna do the time, cause I'm in my prime. My mind is my weapon, my mental toughness is dead on. I'm a sharpshooter, top hooper. I'm a champion. It's not over till I say it is. Still working hard, beating blessed, time to live. It's all or nothing, I got all to give. Pushing to the last second, cause it's still time to win. Never too late, cause I'm the champion within. And the champions are made of perseverance, no quitting, ha. Yeah, that's why I'm out here grinding day and night. Always hungry, staying humble, that's my way of life. Cause every team dreams of being the number one seed. But do you got what it takes to make it in this league? Giving it all, game my line, going 110. Claiming it all, looking to thrive, decisions always a win. I'm ruthless, I'm competitive. My drive's on fire, I'm so tentative. I dominate, call me executive. I'm a champion.
Let's go!
In the race of life, quitters never reach the finish line. I'ma get what's mine, gonna do the time, cause I'm in my prime. My mind is my weapon, my mental toughness is dead on. I'm a sharpshooter, top hooper. I'm a champion. I'm a champion. I'm ruthless and competitive. My drive's on fire, I'm so tentative. I dominate, call me executive. I'm a champion.